Hello, love bugs, and welcome to my Hobbit hole. I am about 10 hours or so into Tales of the Shire, and by far the thing that I have been most impressed with in this game has been the decor. I think that the decorating and everything in this game, while I'm hoping that I get additional options down in the future, and I hope that they even just add more in the game in general, I am really loving the mechanics of it. You probably have heard me say this about 1,000 times. I think that indie games are where the innovation and creativity and changes happen within our industry. And I think every indie game, regardless of how much it's beloved or maybe reviewed, usually has something to teach the rest of us or some sort of unique thing that they're bringing to the table. And Tales of the Shire, I think what it is bringing to us is this decorating style. When you are, let's say, the mechanic of decorating, once you are on your plot, you can press H when you're on Steam. You can, if you look down at the bottom right-hand corner, you can see whatever your decorating option key is, depending on what system you're playing. Mine is H. And now I can start decorating the outside of my plot in different style features from literally the moment you start the game. You could literally do this as like the very first thing you do after you meet Orlo. Like you could just walk up here and be like, you know what I want to do? I want to change this to what I want it to look like. Now, some of you may have realized this already, but did you realize that you have a couple of options for apply here or apply everywhere over on the bottom right-hand side? So you can choose to change, say, this little spot right here to wood if I want to, or I can apply it everywhere. Then it's going to ask me, do you want to change all the framing in your Hobbit hole to wood? Yeah, you know what? I do. Now my Hobbit hole is all changed to wood all the way around. But let's say I'm like, you know what? I actually really did like the brick right here. Let's go ahead and change that back. And I decide to go to brick. I could then just apply it here. And boom. Now this spot still has wood. Everything over here you can see still has wood framing, but this spot has brick. You can also do the same thing against your wall here with your exterior wall colors. And you can change your windows. And again, same idea. You can apply these kinds of windows everywhere on your Hobbit hole if you like. Or if you're like, you know what, I just really want to have this one right here, you can do that too. So a lot of choices and easy customization right off the bat. Something else that a lot of people I noticed missed, and I even missed right in the very, very beginning when I started doing this, was these little path rocks here. You can actually move them and make a totally different path if you want. So you can just pick these guys right up, move them around, rotate them, do whatever you would like to do. Or stash them and decide, you know what, I actually don't really like these. And I think I want to wait till I can get something different or whatever the case may be. Super, super cute. You can even move all of your little gardening beds, again, right in the very beginning. You can just pick them up, rotate them around and move them. And if you're like me and you've been playing long enough to unlock a new little area to grow some plants, you could even put them down in here, which is pretty cute. As you move forward in the game, you are going to unlock additional areas for yourself to decorate as well, which to me just adds to the fun of the game. Now, if we go inside, you can look at the chandeliers. Also have a couple of options for those as well. You've probably noticed that you can change your ceiling colors to a bunch of different options right in the beginning. And again, apply just to this room or apply everywhere. Same thing with this wallpaper that you can get. You can apply it in just specific rooms, or you can apply the trim all over the place, whatever you feel like doing. I think one of the more important ones to look at is the trim and the edging. I feel like a lot of people have been missing what you can do there. So let's talk about this little doorway, for example. We're going to change our style feature, and then look. You have all of these different features that you could change. Now, I, for example, like having the antique curtain because I think that makes sense for this being my bedroom, having like a curtain that you could draw to have some privacy at night, right? So I'm going to select the antique curtain. But maybe I look at that color and I'm like, I don't like that. Now, there aren't options to change colors for every single item, but in this case, there are. I can actually get different colorways just like this. And while it doesn't change the curtain, and I do hope that that's going to change in the future, I can put up these different colors of wood so that I can change the wood around my plot. So let's actually change some of this. I actually like this stained wood. I think that's cute. It's very pink. Now I'm going to go over here to this guy as well. He's going to give me a high paneling option and a low paneling option. So if I want my wallpaper to be the more pronounced thing around, I can do that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and choose that guy, and I'm going to apply him everywhere, all over my hobbit hole. And now I'm also going to play with the panel colors. Now for here, this is the thing that I'm hoping that they end up changing. I do like that I have a couple of different options for the texture, but what I would like to see is matching color pieces for like the doorways and things that we have as well. So while I can pick this and again, apply it everywhere. So now my entire hobbit house is going to have this little low paneling. Very, very cute, showing off my wallpaper a little bit more, which I like. I do wish that this pink was actually matching that color on the side. So I'm hoping that it's either something that I will get more of later in the game and I just haven't gotten there, or it's something that they'll add into the game once they realize. I mean, I feel like for this game that decorating your hobbit house is truly your end game. And if it's going to be the end game, they should give us a bunch of different decorating options, at least in my opinion. So hopefully at a later update, they'll give us even more decorating options that we can add. Now, let's say, okay, well, this is cute. And I like how this looks around the different rooms, but in these like internal passageways, I don't. I want something fancier there. Well, I can do that and go back to having high level paneling if I want. And then be like, oh, maybe I don't like all the texture like that. Maybe I just want it to be kind of like solid wood. And then there you go. Now that pathway is totally different. Did you know you can also change your fireplace? There's actually a couple of different fireplace styles. And so, you know, I'm actually a big fan of the arched one, but since I did change my brick a little bit around my house, maybe I'll go with the redder brick until I'm able to get something more gray on my windows. I also want to point out that you don't have to wait for anything to unlock in the game in order for you to clean up your house. So if you're seeing these little bottles lying around and you're like, you know what, I'd rather organize these the way that I want, you can just press F and stash them away, and then they go into your inventory so you have them later. This little cup up here, too messy for you, put it away. Now, maybe you don't actually just want to stash all these things away. You'd rather have them up on top of another spot. Well, I can put that guy up there with those other cups. I can pick this guy up and put him up on some shelves. He's a little big for the shelves, but that's okay. Can I put him up here? Maybe not. Maybe he goes over here. There we go. And now that fancy bottle sits over there. Right on the very first day of playing this, the very first moment of playing this, you can pick up and change where items are however you like, or even just pick everything up and put it away if you want. Put it in your stash, and then you can open it up later and play around with those different items for decor. Now I want to share another thing about outdoor gardening and decor that I totally missed. I don't know when someone gave me some outdoor gardening stuff, but I didn't even realize it until I was out here getting ready to make this video and was like, wait, garden has its own tab for storage. I clicked on it and look at me. I have a small wood plank gardening bed right available to me that I didn't even know I had. So you know what? I think I'm going to take this really pretty gardening bed and bring her right down here. So keep an eye on the items that you're getting from characters within the game, because they are constantly giving you different gifts. And I also want to point out that even though that was a garden specific item, if you go into your furniture, you don't have to keep all of the items like that you like just inside your house. If you want to say, take Nora's beautiful bench here and turn this into a bench for just outside your door, you totally can. The game doesn't force you to only keep outdoor furniture outside and indoor furniture inside. You can absolutely decorate with your furniture anywhere that you want. You want to build a beautiful garden place to host dinners. I'm not sure if the mechanics will let you actually host dinners there, but you can definitely place a table out there. If you want to, I'm looking through the wrong stuff. Decorations. If you want to put out some cute little pattern jars and things, or I want to find like a bigger one. Ooh, I don't have any rugs yet. See, there's still, long candlestick. I just got this. Ain't it cute? Put out a long candlestick for sitting out here at night and enjoying the view. You can do that too. And I just love that it gives you such a clear first line to show you where you can and can't decorate, at least right now until you unlock more areas for your hobbit hole. But also that it gives you any space in between all of these lines to do whatever you want to do. I actually just realized this right now making this video. I thought maybe we could change the style. We can't, but we can move this light. That's awesome. I kind of love that. Now I kind of want to put it over here just on principle, on the fact that I can. Very, very cute. So there's really a lot that you can do right off the very bat while decorating in your house. One last thing that I wanted to show you before I'll let you go. Did you know that you can place the meals that you've made? Very cute. Go into meals. You can look at these different meals that you've made. These kind of look like little pies or cookies. And boom, now you have actually made food as a decoration on your plot as well. Imagine how cute, like designing a little tea party or something outside in your yard would be. I can't wait to have all my garden space open so my garden can be down there and this space up here can be more for spending time with friends and just cute little sweet garden eating place. One of the biggest things that I've noticed about this game and playing it over the last few days is that the more that you go through the storyline and unlock the club boards and level up with the clubs, you get more and more things unlocked that me in my first few hours of the game wished that I had. So stick with it and get those things unlocked, level up with the different clubs so that you can have even more fun in your little hobbit hole and truly make it home. All right, I love you. Bye-bye.